We have breaking news of a new product that will improve sex for millions of people. The product is Carrageenan, the new personal lubricant from the creators of the highly successful cold remedy, Zicam. Carrageenan introduces natural lubricating power and health benefits so advanced it could come from only one place: deep in the sea.
The key ingredient in Carrageenan brand personal lubricants is also called Carrageenan. It is extracted from red marine algae, a self-replenishing mossy sea plant that has survived for millions of years, despite diseases and trauma that have killed thousands of other ocean species. Carrageenan, the humble ingredient, is at the center of two scientific stories that promise to change the way millions of people practice sex and shop for intimacy products. Both stories are as powerful as the ocean itself.
Our first story is the introduction of healthy, Carrageenan-based personal lubricant formulas. The first formulas featuring all natural lubricants, and not the chemicals, synthetic lubricants, and petroleum products in other brands. Our second story is Carrageenan, the ingredient, and the star ingredient in scientific studies internationally to prevent sexually transmitted diseases. The brand, the ingredient, two big stories, and we bring you the big facts on both.
Cara, here are the two things you need to know about the new Carrageenan brand, the things that differentiate Carrageenan from all other lubricants. The first is extraordinary lubricating power. The chemists at Oceanus study lubricants of every kind. And if you have ever waded through water and slipped on a moss-covered stone, you know that moss is one of the slipperiest substances known. It has a friction factor below chemical lubricants. And Oceanus features Carrageenan, the natural sea moss extract, in Carrageenan, their new personal lubricant. The second thing is that the Carrageenan brand formula features an all-natural lubricant. Other brands contain up to 99% silicone and glycol, a compound similar to radiator fluid. Carrageenan is clearly the healthier natural replacement for chemical and petroleum lubricants. Shoppers seem to agree.
That's the Carrageenan brand story. Your new healthier, more natural personal lubricants. But there is the major bonus story too. News of the success Carrageenan, the ingredient, is achieving as a possible protective barrier against sexually transmitted diseases. AIDS Info, a service of the U.S. Department of Health, reports that Carrageenan, the ingredient, is being investigated in Phase 3 trials as a topical microbicide to potentially prevent sexually transmitted diseases. And the Chicago Tribune reports that government researchers at the National Cancer Institute found, during test tube analysis, Carrageenan, the ingredient, inhibits the infectious ability of papillomaviruses that cause cervical cancer. The implications for the sex practices and shopping habits of millions of people are huge. Here is pharmacist Angela Mann.
Many customers have great anxiety about sex. Men, women, single, married. There are two reasons. One is the ever-present nagging fear of sexual diseases, and the other is the fear of performance, especially as people age. Carrageenan, the lubricant, helps make performance easier and more comfortable right now. And if and when Carrageenan, the ingredient, proves to be effective in blocking or reducing some sexually transmitted diseases, I see the benefit of people using it with condoms and adding it to their daily routine.
After all the talk, all the work, all the science, I think what is important to people, to couples, is still in large part good sex, true across this land and in the sea.
New love, old love, shy love, bold love, the best. Love is love with care. Carrageenan, love with care. Love with care. Learn love, teach love, chase love.